What's going on YouTube? The AlphonZeus team Gradelock here. We got ourselves another deck profile for you, but this time
it's premium. I have an extra pile of cards here to say so.
Yeah.
This is Premium D Police. Take two. Things happen. But yeah, this is my premium deck profile. This is my baby. I like my baby. The only thing I don't like is premium format because disclaimer, premium raises my blood pressure a lot and I don't want to talk about it. It mostly has to do with a certain Axel deck and a certain Force deck that are just too stupid and too tight on the helmet. So yeah, Goyusha is our starter. We're not playing original Goyusha, we're not playing Diehawk only because against premium golds and premium neos and like any other premium deck, if you what's it called? If you end up seeing, if you getting rush is a bad, like you have a bad time basically. You just have a bad time, and just taking 3 cards from your hand and just putting it into your soul to like get to grade 3 or to stride if you go first is like kind of like iffy because that's like you're restricted to only playing D Robos and stuff like that, so like you're confined with, but because like there's a lot of other non-D Robo cards that you can run that are like really good. And yeah, so that's why we're playing Goyusha. A whole minute expose on why our starter is good. So yeah, as you can see, Dieliner is our new grade 3. Now, with Premium D Police, it's mainly just you need 2 grade 3s, or just grade 3s with a Force marker. However, Dieliner is Dynexus, but better. Why they just didn't call him Dynexus, I don't know. Because he still gives the 10k shield to grade 3s, so we can play more grade 3s in the deck, yay, and they're not dead, yay. But when you search a grade 3, you get 20k and a crit, yay. But otherwise, you can tutor any normal unit in your deck, which means you can tech in like 1-ofs and 2-ofs and see them. Like, actually see them. Like, the amount of options this card has opened up is ridiculous. Like, you play this deck now as like a tempo mid-range deck that even if this format is like a 6-turn, 5-turn format. Yay. So rounding off our grade 3 lineup, we're playing 8 grade 3s, as opposed to like 7 or 6, because of the Dieliner tech, Search Dizaurus. Because Dizaurus in Premium is literally one of the most busted grade 3s I've ever seen in my goddamn life. We don't care about his Vanguard skill. It's nice. He has a Force marker. That's good. If my Vanguard is 35k or greater after he attacks, I give my Vanguard an additional 10k and a drive check. So that means my peak swings in for 5 drive checks. 5. So like you start at 28. So cool. All you need is 10k power. And there are several ways you can do that. I will show you later on. But yeah, playing 8. 8's great. Yeah, it's really good. Next up, grade 2s. I'm going to literally show you how old I am. I'm playing 4 original Platinum Ace. Why? Because it's a meme. And why? Because it's a premium format. And another reason, he gets a crit, guys. He gets a crit at 14. So I'll show you the other cards I play in order to get him to 14 later. But like the whole point of this is you ride it, and then you force cards out of your opponent's hand, or you get 2 free early damage. It's great. I love it. It's a meme. Yeah. Next up, we play more cards that make it seem like a standard deck, but with like 1 or 2 additional cards. We play 4 Die Dragon. I'm sorry if anyone doesn't have a place to have Die Dragons so they can swap in between decks because this bad boy is like, unfortunately, money. But he's one of the cards that we play for Platinum Ace because he easily gets us to the numbers we need. Also, 20k rare when you are swinging with 80k Vanguard comps is like great. And then on Force 2 is even greater. So yeah, great cards are great. Super spicy tech. Even though not really, because everything's searchable with Die Liner. So Star King's Ambassador, Ultraman Ginga. Yeah. So if your opponent, your Vanguard is less than your opponent's, he gets 15 shield and becomes a heal trigger. So if you're playing against something like, I don't know, Gold Paladins, you don't get pushed in as hard, and you have a higher chance of survival. Yay. Searchable with Die Liner, so like, if you don't see a 3, you can easily grab him in the matchup, or whatever have you. If anything, I'm considering bumping him to 3 only because he is a 10k base, and in certain matchups you would want to ride either him or Die Dragon in order to be at the 10k base in order to avoid abuse. So yeah, that is your grade 2 lineup. Next up, we play literally the #1 card in every premium player's deck, and that's Commander Laurel V, because he doubles your Vanguard's current power for resting 4 rear guards and a counterblast. This is literally free. All of it is free. This isn't a cost. This is literally just making your Vanguard big and what you're supposed to be doing with the deck. Yeah, so this is the other card. One of the other cards for Platinum Ace. So cool, that's a 9. Now that's an 18. If I have a booster behind it, cool. That's 26 with 2 critical. Yeah, have fun with that. Also helps us reach peak powers. Literally 8, like doubling my Vanguard's power. Cool. I got a crit. I have 3 crit, and I have a restanding Vanguard with 3 critical, and that's 80k power. Yeah. Yeah. Next up, more cards that make it seem like a standard deck profile. For Die Brave. This is the last card that we play for what's it called? Platinum Ace. Well, technically not, because there's one other card. Actually, no. Can't use it. That's right. So yeah, Soul Blast +5, 14. On hit draws really good, so like extra draw power is always nice in the deck, and like you sort of need Soul in the deck, sort of, kind of, yeah, it's nice, helps. Also AK base, also nice, yeah, helps. Next up, play 3 Enigma and block, because literally our other options are a heal trigger, a perfect guard, and a grade 2 that's restricted to no, a heal trigger, a perfect guard, a grade 2 that's restricted to an archetype, and then another grade 2 that literally has to attack. So I have to attack with it, and it's just a hot mess, and there's 0 room. 0 room. This has easier working space. So GB2, I shove him in and countercharge. So my peak attacks, I flip open a card in my G zone. Cool, I'm at GB2 now. On the restand, I get the countercharge. Yeah. And then he helps get me to high powers, because at 10, I Soul Blast him. If I'm at 10, I get +4, and if I'm at 35, I get another +4. So all I need is a Die Brave or Die Dragon, get my Vanguard power, and then Soul Blast this guy. I'm there. Pretty much. Actually not last up. Play 2 Enigma and Column. I can search this with Die Liner. I can search any of this with Die Liner. It's great. I might even bump this to 1 to play more Gingard, because it's good. And this is free, because all I do is Soul Blast 1 to get him back from drop if my Vanguard's big enough, which it is. Always. I just need a counterblast to open, which I can be. And last off, we round off with 2 Grand Ropes, because extra insurance is nice when, if you don't see a grade 3, you have 2 additional grade 3s in your deck that you can search out. Searchable! This is searchable! Everything in the deck is tutorable! Yeah! Ah! I'm literally like speechless. Like, this is like literally like, I don't get like how this, like, actually no I do, but it's like a lot of this stuff is just like super good for good reason, but it's just like it just doesn't work because, you know, other things. Triggers.
Yeah.
We play 4 of the new Monster crit from Premium Collection. Why? Because he gives 10k to your Vanguard, which lets you hit your restands if you are slightly below. Plus 10 draw card. It's great. It's another 10k crit and a 15k shield. Yeah.
We're on set 3 and they're still doing it.
Alright, so we're rounding off with 6, 8, 10 crit. Because 10k triggers are what win games and help you get to your peak powers. Yes, other decks, as of now, all other decks have had their standard support and will be most likely running a full set of 10k triggers. Certain decks won't, and those decks will have a harder matchup against this, because then you're like, cool, I just need one 10k trigger, and all of your triggers are 10k triggers. It's like other decks are still running old stand triggers. Yes, a stand trigger. You know, those things that let your rearguards restand and attack again. Ooh. Yeah. So, I see the appeal of playing things like Rekka, where it's like, cool, I draw a card every time my peak attacks. That's 2 additional cards I'm seeing. Or I play Linka, which, oh cool, let me just turn all these grade 3s into extra insurance to kill my opponent. But it's like, Premium only lasts 6 turns. 5 turns, maybe. I don't know. I can't count. It's like you need to kill your opponent as fast as possible before they kill you. So yeah. Obviously, we're rounding off with 2 draw PGs because that's where the rest of the grade 1s are. And then 4 regular, like I said, 10k heal triggers. That 5k, that you could tech in the one Operator Girl as a 1-of, but again, you need to see the 10k in order to get to your powers. It's vital that you do so in order to, not die and kill them. That's pretty much, what you need to do in premium format. Now, but speaking of, now this is premium, so that means we have an entire extra deck of cards that we go into every turn. This is the only card you ever need, in the history of ever. 4 Braves Peak Cross Gallops. They're full art because I have to, and they're full art. This is what you're going into 99.99% of the time, because you first tried him, you're at 28, you got Force 1 marker, cool, you're at 38. You're basically there. Oh, I'm only 28? Cool, let me just pump it a couple times. Cool. Double my power with Laurel. I already hit the threshold for getting my quad drive and restanding with a crit. Dizorus plus this is the dumbest thing I've seen in my life. You can burn all your counterblasts and give this thing at max 2 additional drive checks, and just watch your opponent just look at you I guess I die now. And then we play 4 Flip Fodder for the Bravest Peak. Yeah, literally, how many peaks you're playing that many Flip Fodders. And honestly, I feel like Dimax DX is literally the best thing that you could play in the deck. Plus, these things are quarter. These things are 50 cents, and the regular ones are quarters. Easy. These, I'm sorry. If you're getting into this, now, these might be bought out. It might be, money. Sorry. But, what's it called? Dimax DX. If you're playing against a deck that, really hates your guts and, just hates your field and what you have, he's not a bad option, because you can Laurel V him and then be cool, I'm going to take all of my rested rear guards, shove them into my soul when I attack, call out my full board, and then just be yeah, crit. Or you get attack with you attack with you get an extra attack with your side, and then you attack with your van, and it's cool, I get to call out 5 units. Well, it's a unit per every card face up in the G zone, so it's that's the only drawback to it. I mean, hey, late game, if you go into this, you can literally guarantee crit kill your opponent, because you get crit for every if you soul charge 4 units with his cost. So yeah, killing things is nice. Next up, we play 1 GB8 because Sure, it does it. It's GB8. I really can't say anything. We play 1 Stark because it's Stark and he does Starky things. You can meme it with Laurel and, you know, double his power
The big gray button.
and literally kill like super hard and just give him draft checks even with Dizoros if you're that memey. And we play 1 Progenitor Dragon. Just in case. I mean, hey, why not? Lets you free strike for the rest of the game after you do so. Also, playing your opponent to 0 is pretty good, so that way you can just set up for your following peak turns and then watch your opponent cry as they literally they're at like 4 damage and they're staring down an 80k with crit. So yeah, that's it for the G units. G guards, we play 1 Lance Dolphin, 1 because he can get super big against non-controlling matchups.
Okay.
And he can counter charge, so that's good. Also, GB flips up a card. Still play 1 X Caravu, the boy from GBT07. Still goddamn trucking along. Hot damn, this boy is good. So with all the G guards, you want to play, because we're playing 20k heals, we need to play G guards that either can get to the 20k or like do something interesting or like get beyond the 20k. So he can get anywhere from 20k all the way to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40k. Caribou goes to 25k when your opponent's unit has at 35 greater. And you can also discard a card. You give your Vanguard +4 until the end of turn. So you 17 base. Can't touch it. We play 1 Go 05 because you Soul Blast a card with 5k or greater power, and then you get +10k shield. Easy. So if your opponent's like swinging under or whatever, or you already use the Caribou, cool, you do this, and then, oh, I took a damage this turn, extra +5 for the shield. So he's normally 25, can be 30. And then we round off with 2 Zeals. Zeal is because I can neg my opponent's unit by 5k. However, the main reason we want to play him is because if you have greater than or equal damage to your opponent, you can counter bust 1, give your Vanguard 5k for the rest of the turn. So you're sitting at 18 base with like a bunch of shield and just watching as your opponent tries to hit you with whatever their numbers are. So that's pretty much it for the stride, for like everything else with the deck. Now, I'll give you a bit combos real quick. So you have your Vanguard, your Strode, have these all set up, and you have whatever damage you may have.
Say opponents at 2 damage.
You have like this is pretty much like the situation like you would sort of see yourself in, maybe. Or wait for it. This boy. Or this boy. Yeah, there we go. So like you would see like the 2 damage, and then it's like, alright, cool. Let's say so my Vanguard is at 28. Alright, so I'll Soul Blast 1, give him +5, that'll be 33, and then after that I'll be, so at right now, my Vanguard will be swinging for 66. Alright, so I guess we'll do that. So we'll counter blast 1, rest my 4 units, and then, alright, so double my power. I'm at 66 right now, 66 with a crit. Alright, cool. We'll attack with Dizoros at the end of battle. Counter plus 1, shove him in the soul. So now I'm at 76. At the start of the combat step. Oh wait, no. I did that wrong. Oh wait, no. Wrong order. So you attack with the... So he'd be... So he's 66 right now, and then 76. So that puts you already at 76. All you need to do, see a trigger, and then, cool, 86. At the start of the combat step, shove him in, You countercharge 1. That's if you're at 2 damage, like you don't really need to worry about your Dizors. However, if you have, what's it called? If you have 3 damage, it's much more doable because then you can do the Dizors play, and then just what's it called? Just literally go +5, and then just double up. Or you would do the double Soul Blast 5, and then what's it called? You'll be at 38. You'll be at 38, double, 72. Cool. All I need is a trigger. Or I have that. It's like you're like, so for any turn, like you would need 3 counterblasts, but like again, like you play all these cards that like will get you to like you want to get as close to 40 as possible, and then just double it with Laurel. So like 40 is ideal. If you get to 38, cool. Then like all you need is a trigger, and so you just if you hit trigger, like you're fine. So like that's the whole point of the deck, is just like get big. You're drive checking 4 cards. You're gonna be hitting crits, and like this is all like you have, and this is all on Force 2, by the way. So it's like cool. I'm having my big guy swing for 6 crits. If you have Force 1 underneath him, that's like cool. This is 28, 38. You literally all I have to do is pump him once with either of these 2, or Soul Blast this for extra power, and then it's like cool. Double my Vanguard's current power, and then swing. And then like that's basically it. It's that simple. It's just unga bunga. Here's my big beefy Vanguard that I'm attacking with. So that's pretty much it for Premium D Police. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Ali, you have any questions?
No other questions, man. Just, yeah, it's a race to get to Cross Scout. So that is it for the premium deck profile. Feel free to comment down below with any tips, suggestions, or any your own research into Dimension Police for premium standard. That is it for Dan and AlphonZeus. Team Gradelock signing out. Take care, guys.
Deuces.